All right. What's up, guys? This is Taylor, and I'm doing the nightly video for October 1st. Let's talk day trading for income versus swing trading for account growth and wealth building. So here's one of my swing accounts from September, and decent month, about 35K in profit. Of that 35K in profit, if we go to the symbol groups here, about 30,000 came from Tesla and about 10,000 came from Nvidia. So these are my bigger time frame, weekly squeezes, daily squeezes, 2-day time frame, 3-day time frame. And again, these are more of the account growers, where by comparison, I did a day trade on the micro S&P futures here today. That was good for about a $1,400 profit. Of that, I wired out about $1,200, and there's my my daily income. So I've had this 50-50 focus as of late between, on one end, I'm looking for, again, bigger opportunity on weekly squeezes, monthly squeezes, bigger time frame, more time till expiration, usually means bigger size. And then the other focus is just give me a 15-minute squeeze, give me a 5-minute, a 30-minute. I'm in, I'm out, I'm going to hit it and quit it, and I'll take $200 of daily income, I'll take $1,000. These kinds of trades take care of, life. You got the mortgage, car payments, all the fun things, and the bigger trades, they grow the account, they build the wealth, and as the account grows, everything being equal and relative, as your account grows, so do your income trades. But again, difference between the two is just more of a time frame thing. So for the Tesla trades here during the month of September, all right, big part of that, or all of that, came from the big multi-time frame squeeze. So for the one they call the Tesla, we were originally getting long back here around 340, 350. And on the big 3 version of the squeeze, you had a weekly squeeze white arrow. That is pretty bullish. At the same time, you had a 3-day squeeze. That went and gave you the white arrow. Even better, at the same exact time, you had a 2-day squeeze here, and that was our trigger to jump in and buy it. 2-day squeeze, the green arrow. The green arrow means compression, all of the structure, momentum, the trend. You've got the strongest score of 15, and you've got it at the sweet spot for a really good risk-reward entry. So that combo on a big market-leading name, weekly squeeze shaping up, a daily squeeze, a 2-day squeeze, and they fit that big 3 criteria. Those are kinds of things I want to catch it early. I want to build into a bigger position size. They can matter. They can really move the ball forward. And then, for example, the 30-minute squeeze on the cash S&Ps from the open today, it's the same exact thing as your 2-day squeeze for Tesla. You got the green arrow. There's all of the structure, momentum, the trend. Difference is a smaller time frame. That 2-day, 3-day squeeze for Tesla, it can maybe take a few weeks to get going. Your 30-minute, 15-minute squeeze, they tend to prove you either right or wrong a little bit quicker. But your 30-minute squeeze here for the S&Ps, we jumped in. I bought the call for about the 6,700 call. Bought that earlier for about 2 and change. I flipped that for about 5 and change. I think they're going for like 17 or 18 right now. So a good example of you find a really clean intraday squeeze. Even if you buy one contract, that can make for a nice call to income trade. So I'm doing that on the cash S&Ps. I'm doing a lot of that on the futures. And I'm keeping track of those trades here on, where is my sheet? Keeping track of those trades, the income trades on this document. So here's the last couple of weeks for September. Right, and I paid myself about $5,400, and for today's efforts, I paid myself about, well, I got to make the sheet for October, but today's wire out was about $1,200, and that came from the micro S&Ps. But all right, now in terms of the bigger opportunity, the glamorous, the sexy stuff, again, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel from a day trade to a swing trade. It's just a bigger time frame. So I showed you Tesla. Let's go take a look here at Google. Now, for me, Google should have been, shoulda, coulda, woulda. We're all the best trader ever in hindsight. But yeah, Google for me could have been a six-figure trade had I taken action where I should have taken action and bought it, bought it with a better entry off of the monthly squeeze. I bought it around 200, 205-ish. I got the trigger back here around $1.70. But again, big monthly squeeze. There was a nice weekly squeeze here. I know a lot of you guys and gals follow some version of the squeeze. Could be the original version, the original gangster. Could be the Squeeze Pro. Could be my version, the Big 3 squeeze. On these kinds of names, these kinds of time frames, I think it makes for your best swing trading. Google was good to us. Tesla was awesome. Now, in terms of what could be shaping up for, call it similar action here for Q4, one that I like would be off the monthly time frame is AMD. Her AMD with a monthly squeeze, a 3-day, a 2-day, a daily, a 4-hour, a 2-hour, a 1-hour, a 30-minute, and a 15-minute. And for that bigger picture point of view, check out the monthly. Monthly squeeze, green arrow, big 3 score of 15, all the fixings for a push, and a really good entry. That'll never guarantee a breakout, but the last time you had that trigger on AMD, that was your monthly squeeze from November of 23. That gave you, casual $100 into 220 and change. So I like that for, end of year push early next year. And I got a few things working on the old AMD. The main thing being for now the 200 calls for March expiration. Got a handful of those bad boys. I'm liking AMD, and then for NVIDIA here, NVIDIA's got a 2-day squeeze and a 3-day squeeze. The only thing, it's a beautiful 3-day squeeze. They could gap it down about $13 tomorrow morning. It would remain a really beautiful 3-day squeeze. So again, the difference between you're buying it on the green arrow and you're buying it on the white arrow, visually it might not look like a huge difference. In terms of risk reward, if you're the guy or the gal buying it back here at $1.75, on the green arrow, think of the position you're already in. They haven't really broken the thing out. They haven't actually fired the squeeze. From your earlier better entry, you've got a decent little 5 or 6% cushion on the equity. So point of being, I like NVIDIA up here at $1.87. But if I buy it up here, I'm going to buy more down around $1.75. So keep an eye on AMD, keep an eye on NVIDIA, and one more for you here would be, I got to give you a good one. I'll give you a little bit of that Snowflake. Snowflake printing a weekly, a daily, 4-hour, 2-hour, 15-minute squeeze. And until things change, I would be a fan here of the daily squeeze. Green arrow, good entry, score of 15. We jumped in today with, what did we grab here? A lot of shucking and jiving today. We jumped in over in my room. We bought the October 17th call debit spread with the 230 and 235 strikes. Got some Snowflake, and then before I let you guys go here, quick peek at the live dashboard. No major change here to report. The market is bullish. You got a good QQQ, S&Ps, RSP. All the indices are bullish. And then sectors-wise, utilities are strong. SMH, XLK, the ARK ETF, gold, silver, biotech, XLY. Pretty much everything not named XLB and XLP. All in pretty good shape here. And then for my favorite, the Big 10 basket. TSM's got a perfect score. Tesla's not too far off. And then you have Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, Google, and Broadcom. With, for now, Amazon, Meta, Netflix being a little bit more neutral. Final thing here would be a look at our top 20. And off that top 20, you've got the XLUs, KLAX, the Microns, the Lam Researches, TSM, ABBV, S&Ps, QQQ, Tesla, Cathie Wood, Caterpillar, TJ Maxx, and the Dow Joneses of the world. Also Palantir. Palantir did have a really nice 4-hour squeeze. could take a quick peek there, and I shall let you guys go. And yeah, Palantir would continue to have a very nice 4-hour squeeze. But again, guys, maybe something to consider is if you're a fan of the squeeze, if the squeeze is maybe a bigger part of your strategy, weekly time frame, a 3-day time frame, a 4-hour chart, a daily chart, the squeeze pattern on those bigger time frames, I think makes for your best swing trading ever. Tesla being, exhibit A here as of late. And the thing is, a few of those per year, a few of those per quarter, I think as far as your account growth, I think as far as your financial situation, they can be very meaningful. And then we've all got the bills, we've all got the mortgage, a car payment, you got to feed the dog, you gotta live, right? Take that same moment in time, take that same skill set, drill down to a 5-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour, approach it with more of an income mindset. You're not trying to catch the top, you don't care about nailing the bottom, you don't really care about catching the entire move. It's more so, hey, can I show up here Monday through Friday? Can I find a couple of good-looking lower time frame squeezes? And whether it be $100 per day, $50, a couple of $100, there's your income. Here's what I'm finding, guys. The more I can do the income trading, and I've got a couple $1,000 coming in every few days from, 15-minute, 5-minute S&P future squeezes. That income source, it's made me a better swing trader. I'm not in a big rush. I can be patient. I don't need a big swing trade to go and handle the bills. Being more patient, being a bit more selective, when I finally get the shot, I'm taking it with a little bit more size. So yeah, I know a lot of you guys and gals here on the YouTubes, you love the squeeze. Figured I'd give you a few things here to consider as far as taking that one indicator, taking that one setup, and kind of splitting things up between account growers and wealth builders versus you're paying the bills and you're taking yourself to Chili's. But alright, y'all. Thank you for watching. Hope you found it helpful. If you haven't already, hit the like and the subscribe button here on YouTube. Drop a comment down below. If you want, you can drop your World Series predictions here in the chat. But otherwise, keep an eye on Tesla, keep an eye on Snowflake. Nice monthly squeeze setting up for AMD. More where that came from. Adios, and talk to y'all next time.